Hey, Tanya, what's up? Let me see if I can make this right. Can you hear me okay? Can you hear me okay? Trying to get connected on the other one. Can you hear me okay? I'm hoping you can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me. Okay, I can hear it. I did it from here. We're gonna wait for some people to come in. How you doing? I'm hoping you can hear me. Let's see if we get anybody in here today. I'm chilling. How's your weather? Y'all cold? Because I think you up in Maryland, right? Is that what was it? Maryland? I think you up in Maryland. I was gonna catch everybody up because last time I had to get off here early. I was gonna tell everybody what was going on and tell y'all a funny medical story at the same time. Okay, no, she might be working. 2. Who else came in, y'all? I'm on the other computer trying to see y'all. Who's else in here? Somebody else came in. I guess they went in and out. I'm gonna give you a few minutes and then I'll tell the story, and people can watch later if necessary. But I'm gonna make y'all laugh with my doctor story. And let's see who all come in. So I'm gonna tell the story because I don't know. People may come in. If they don't, they don't. I'll tell the story because I'm not probably gonna be on here too long since it looks like we got a little bit of slowness. So anyway, I was telling y'all in the last video, whoever jumps in here jumps in. If not, give us a like, thumbs up, share it out later. I didn't get to finish off what's going on with surgery, but before I go there, I want to tell y'all what's happening. So I started having stomach issues about end of November, beginning December. And my stomach would just go, rah, 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 even if I'd eaten. So it was kind of weird because you could hear it like I was hungry and it'd be talking, like having a conversation. Um, I called my doctor to try to get an appointment because I'm like, well, what's going on with the stomach? And unfortunately, she went part time. So they said, well, we can't get you until after the first of the year. Well, I was also due for a colonoscopy. So I said, well, let me go ahead and just go to the gastric doctor because they deal with intestines and stomach and, digestion. I mean, at least my understanding. So I called and they said originally before the pandemic, I was supposed to go to a dude out in Scottsdale. Well, I did go to a guy in Scottsdale and we were supposed to do a colonoscopy. But then when the pandemic started, they like, we're going to have to hold on that because COVID Central, that's the hospital, is packed and we not taking people in because right now we still trying to figure out what's going on with COVID and the whole virus is at the beginning. So we're going to put the colonoscopy on hold. So that was cool. Well, when I saw my doctor after we start having vaccines and being able to go to the doctor, she said, you're overdue for your colonoscopy. I said, yeah. And I said, well, you got me that guy in Scottsdale and I really liked him, but is there anybody closer? And so that had been a while. I hadn't, just totally forgot about it until I started having the stomach issues. So when I called the group that I use, which is a group out here called Honor Health, when I called them, they said, oh, you got a referral for a doctor up at this hospital called John C. Lincoln. I was like, okay, which is closer to where I live. So I don't have to bug Joe. I could take a lift up there and get back because I'm not doing public transit no matter what. So at this point, I contact that office, get an appointment, and head up there. Now, let me back up and tell you about how Honor Health is. So Honor Health they're very customer driven. Hey, Wendy, I'm just telling the story about the doctor part. It's going to get funny. Just hang in here. So Honor Health is, they're very customer driven. Whenever you walk in the office, it's like, hey, how you doing? I mean, very friendly, treat you like people. They look at the human side of it. Not only are they treating you medically, but they really are cool. They're friendly. All of us know going in a doctor, you're normally going to be seen about something that ain't right. So you don't need to go in there with folks who are just buttholes. You need to go in there with people who are going to treat you like you're human. So I get up in there. I head to this place, and it's close enough to where I don't have to bug Joe if he's not available. I can get Lyft up there, and relatively stay between $10 and $20 for the ride up, maybe the $10 and $20 for the ride back. Okay. So I take Lyft up. I walk in there. So every Honor Health I've ever dealt with, hey, how you doing? Coumadin Clinic, they friendly. Because I'm on blood thinner, so they call me and hey, Shannon, I got your blood work. We need to adjust this. Girl, how you doing? They just cordial, friendly, treat you like a person, not like just a patient, a body, somebody they just giving you some news and two fingers rolling. So next thing I know, I walk into the office. So guys, this is where it gets very interesting. So I'm going to see this gastro doctor. First of all, they told me on the phone that this dude is new to their office. They had a doctor who's been there for a while, and this guy's just been added as another gastro doctor. He's brand new. So when I walk into the office, hey Rochelle, what's up, baby? Peace. I'm telling the story about the stomach stuff. So y'all just get in. It's getting ready to get kind of funny. So when I get up into this office, Rochelle, I thought I gave you. Didn't I give you a wrench? You don't have a wrench. I thought I gave you a wrench. I'll work on it again later. I thought I gave you a wrench last time. I'll work on it later. So anyway, lo and behold, I get up in there. I like it. Smiley face. Yeah, I thought I gave you a wrench. Hold on. Let's see. Okay, I gave you a wrench. I thought I gave you a wrench last time. I just gave you a wrench. That means if there's buttholes, you can kick them out. Okay. Anywho, I got up in the last video I gave out a bunch of wrenches. About 3 or 4. I gave about 3 or 4 wrenches last time. So yeah, I gave out wrenches. That means if we have any of them weird people, I think they're from Russia or somewhere. I think they hacking in. I don't know, they weird. And they come up in there with that weird stuff. We can boot their butt up out of here. So anyway, I got up into this clinic, y'all. It's gonna get real special. So I get up in there, and when I walk in the door, like I said, typical Honor Health. Any Honor Health I've been to, hey, how you doing? Very friendly, always cordial. Um, I get up, I walk in the door. This one, and the woman says, "You sign in over here." Wait for it. This is why she. It was a sister. It was a black lady. This is how she doing. You sign in over here. Whole time, head down, never even looked at me. Whole time. I said, okay. Not hello, not kiss my butt, not who are you? You sign in over here. Your name, please? Shannon. And then I gave her my last name. So then she says, do you have your insurance card? I said, yeah. And I handed it because it's such a different experience. I'm looking around the room to find out if it was Honor Health. So I was like, is this Honor Health? Because you had to ask because it was such a different experience. Yep, we're Honor Health. Okay. So then she says, you got a $50 copay. I give her my card. She gives my insurance card back. She swipes it. She hands me the receipt. And she goes, you need to fill out those papers and somebody will call you back in a moment. And then she looks up at me. Hey, what's up, man? Tell him thank you. So she looks up at me and tell me somebody come back. So I fill the papers out, take them back to her. Next thing I know, a lady calls me back. The friendliest person was a chick who took my blood pressure and went wait. That was the friendliest person there. Everybody else buttholes. So she walks me back, very nice, asks what's going on, tell her. And I told them I was there to see them because I was having stomach issues, plus we need to schedule colonoscopy. So while I'm there, let me turn, make sure this don't come up. While I'm there, I'm watching the chat too over here. While I'm there, this chick, they come back. I'm sitting back in the room. She drops me off in the room. And the doctor comes in. His name's Dr. Rao. Okay. And he's the new little gastro guy. Thin guy. And then a lady was with him. White lady. So he comes in and he introduces himself. And he says, do you mind if this lady? And I can't remember. She's an MAP. I don't know what the hell she was. Something like that. So he introduces me to her. And I can't remember her name. Well, I think I know who she is now. But I don't. Oof. So, he gives you that firm handshake. You know how you shake hands and it's a firm handshake like this. Looks me in the face. She come up with the teacup shake. I don't know if y'all know what that is, but I'm getting ready to show you. Something the hell ain't right. My aunt, my grandmother's sister, this is what she used to do. She wore glasses. She dropped them down. Something the hell ain't right. This look. And then step back 2 steps. White chick. Look. And she's standing like over here, right? So I cock my head to the side. And I kind of look. So then she just stands there with this. Something ain't right. So I go through everything. I tell them, hey, I started having stomach issues about early December, just late after the holidays, after Thanksgiving. My stomach started doing this growling, even if I've eaten. And then now I'm noticing that if I eat anything, it feels like a brick is on my stomach. And I'm having a pain in the lower right-hand side, just above the pelvic region where the stomach is. I said I ended up in emergency because, at this point, a friend of mine who is in healthcare, RN, she said, if that's your appendix and it goes, it's not going to be a good day. You need to try to get in sooner than later. And the emergency room was closer because this had been nagging. So they were going to do the CT. They did everything, X-ray CT. So he said it was St. Joe's. So I told him, and when I went, y'all, okay, I'll get to that in a minute. Y'all, I get sarcastic when I'm irritated. So I turn around and tell him everything. He says, well, I have your colonoscopy because I started colonoscopies in my 40s due to what they call a fissure, which is a tear in the, and I'm older, so I talk about stuff. Y'all, I don't care. A tear in where you go poop. So out of the anus comes, it's a tear. And that's usually because you don't have enough fiber in your diet and your bowels are too hard. And so my doctor wanted to see if there were other problems causing me to have really bad, bowels or hard bowels. So Found out it was just fiber related, and I just need to increase my fiber. Young, I was in 40s, wasn't eating, probably eating as much fiber as I should. So, and it's like I do, even though I'm fat, I do eat a good balance. I usually have vegetables. Like today, I had a small piece of steak, I had some potatoes, some mashed potatoes, and I had some fresh chopped tomatoes with some fresh purple onion. That was my brunch. And that will probably be mostly what I eat for the day because if anything the end of the night, because right now everything feels heavy, I may have soup because it's my stomach is jacked. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. And I have not a lot of weight, but I had weighed in 460, and I think my doctor visit this time I was 452. So it's little. It's just because my stomach is jacked. Um, which is not a bad thing to lose weight. We just want to make sure it's not for a really bad reason. Um, so anyway, I go in there. She does it, and she's weird. I'm like, this, what the hell? Something ain't right with you. Next thing I know, I tell this guy everything. He says, well, I need to, he says, your former colonoscopy doctor, gastro doctor, he only sent me the report and I want to see the scans. I'm like, okay. And he says, and I'm going to order the report, I'm going to order the records from St. Joe's. I said, okay. And I said, do you need me to sign off? Because I thought usually they had to have you sign to have a release for your medical records from one facility to another. So he goes, you might need to sign something. I'll have him come in here in the room with something in a minute. He says, but now I want y'all to hear this because this was what was weird. He says, as soon as we get those, our offices will be following up with you. I'm not going to schedule the colonoscopy right now because I don't know if I need to do an upper GI as well as a colonoscopy. So y'all know upper GI means this way and colonoscopy mean that way, right? So he's like, I don't know if I have to schedule that. And he says, or if we're going to have to do the upper, but depends on what I see. And he says, so our offices will get back in touch with you. Wait for it. But if you don't hear from us, then you follow. Then you follow up with us. I've never had a doctor say that to me. That is weird. Never ever have I had a doctor say that to me, and I thought that was really weird. Okay, because that raised some red flags too. But I'm like, okay. So I left because again, I'm trusting you're the professional. I'm not a doctor. I come home and still having stomach issues. He told me to take prunes every day and also try to maybe increase fiber because I guess he thought could this be like irritable bowel syndrome or something like that. Okay, so this point I'm still having stomach issues, big time. Not sure what it is. Okay, it's like a brick on my stomach. And one time I went to go to the bathroom and my stomach, I touched my stomach and it was like gritty, like you could feel like a little ball, and it was gritty. And I put my hand on it, and it moved, and I moved my hand away because it freaked me out, and I had to go to the bathroom. So I went to the bathroom, put my hand on it again, didn't feel it anymore. At least didn't feel that gritty stuff. So as time went on, I went out with Joe. Me and Joe went to go have sushi, and we went to a little sushi place. I'm very COVID sensitive, so it has to. I want to see I want some space between folk. I'm weird, y'all. I'm COVID phobic. Okay. Um, I'm vaccinated, but you have bleed through infections, and some of the bleed throughs I'm hearing, I mean, they getting through it, but it's still not good. So we get back here, my stomach feels like a brick, and someone said, "Look at your stomach." And when I looked down, there was a lump, like above the belly button to the right. It's like a bulge, right? And the only time I've ever seen anything like that is back when I had my fibroid and it has set up in my stomach. And I would see this hard thing set up in my stomach. That's the only time I'd ever seen anything like it. I didn't know that's what it was because I was in my 20s. I was young and dumb. And it wasn't until I went to the hospital with the blood clots that we discovered that was that 14 centimeter mass, which is a huge tumor. So at this point, I'm nervous. It's like, hey, this ain't good. So I ain't heard from these people. I saw them 2 weeks before Christmas. I saw them like the week of the 12th of December. I'm now in almost the 12th of January, and I ain't heard from these people. I didn't think it took that long to get records. Okay. So I call their offices and I call and say, I'm trying to get a hold of these people. And so you have a line that's supposed to go to a message line for the assistant to the doctor. When I would call that, it would ring and it would just be blank, like blank, nobody answering. And I was like, or either they answered and they weren't saying anything. So I said, well, let me call to the front desk. So I call the front desk. I get this lady named Peach. And Peach sounded like she might be Asian. Heavy Asian accent, it sounded like. So I wasn't sure because she almost sounded like she didn't understand me. And I said, and I was like, hi, this is, Shannon, give my name. I'm trying to get a hold to leave this message. I said, you guys were supposed to get back in touch with me. I haven't heard anything. I saw you like, in December and it's been several weeks and you guys said you're waiting on some records to find out what our next steps are, but I'm having additional stomach issues. So at this point, these damn people, forgive me because they are, the Peach lady, she says, oh, okay. And I tell her what's going on with the line. I tried to call it. Nobody's answering. And she said, well, I'll give his MAPA, whatever the hell she is, a message. And then I said, you know what? Let's go ahead and tentatively schedule an appointment. And so I had scheduled it for, actually it's supposed to be for today, the 19th. So I scheduled for today. So we get off the phone. She called, this Peach chick called me back like a minute later. Hi, is this Shannon? Yeah. I need you to get a hold of your doctor and get a referral. No, you don't. Yes, we need No, Peach, you do not need a referral. I told you I was seen in your office in December on the 12th. You saw me, you're treating. Once you have the first referral, you don't need any subsequent referrals once you treat. Y'all, I used to work for the insurance company, Aetna, on the provider service side. Once they see you, they shouldn't need another referral because you're seeing me to schedule a colonoscopy. You're treating. Aetna's already give you authorization. What the hell do you need another referral for? She know what the hell she's talking about. So she's like, and it was back and forth. I said, Peach, well, I can do it. Well, you're going to do something because I'm not doing anything else because you don't need another referral. You got what you need. Because at this point, I'm getting irritated, right? So she go, and then she go, oh, I see. Oh, you're right. It's good. We have referral. It's good. I said, Peach, do you see that y'all saw me in December? Because if you saw me in December, why are we even discussing a referral? How I got to your office and you saw me in December was a referral. You know what the hell you do? Either she knows what she's doing or they doing this on purpose. I don't know because it was just a complete mess. Oh, I forgot to tell y'all. The first time they saw me, they left me in the room and forgot me because he was supposed to have the chick come back with paperwork. I'm sitting there waiting. And then he comes in with the other lady and he goes, you're still here? I was like, yeah, you told me to stay here. Hey, Tanya, I think I said hey to you earlier, but hey again. I'm like, uh, you, he's like, yeah, I said, you told me to wait here to see if you had some paperwork you need me to fill out. Oh, okay, no, everything's good. You can go. I'm like, okay. It was weird. That was the first visit. So now I'm on the phone with them trying to set up to talk to him again or to talk to them and find out what's going on because they were supposed to call me. Oh, okay, no problem. All right. Be safe. Um, you can play this back. So, needless to say, turn around and get off the phone with Peach. So about hour or two later, I think T Shaker calls me. And I think her name was Christine. I think that's the name. I thought that's what she said. I was so irritated. I was like, So she calls, and I want y'all to hear how this woman talked to me. So she calls and she said, I'm trying to reach Shannon Lewis. I said, this is Shannon. She goes, I'm calling you back because I'm not sure what you needed or what you were needing. The hell wrong with you? Talk to a patient like that. I said, you guys were supposed to get back in touch with me. And this is where I was at, because I had it was one of them ones, Jesus take the wheel. Because there's a whole nother person that was about to rise up. Because T Shaker was bothering me, and I think that's the same chick. I said, you guys were supposed to call me back if you got the records from my colonoscopy, from my former gastro doctor, as well as St. Joe's. I have not heard from you. I'm having additional stomach issues. I'm now seeing a bulge in my stomach. And I think we got something going on, and I'm not sure what, but I think this is something more. And I think it's more than some prunes and some fiber. Okay? So she talks to me for a few minutes and she says, I'll let the doctor know. She just a trick. I, First, she tells me she don't see the records, and then she says, "Oh, I do see that we got the records from St. Joe's." I said, "Well, then I never heard from you if you got these records." Okay, so I get off phone with her, and about maybe half an hour to an hour later, the doctor calls, and he's getting in the car. So I was at first impressed because he called me, and he's getting in his car. Until we get to this, so I tell him everything. I tell him about the bulge in the stomach, tell him about the thing, tell him about all the problems I'm having. He's like, "Well, I just think your bowels are backed up." Well, it's a hell of a bowel backup if I can see a lump in my stomach. My grandmother, my Francis's mother, my mother's mother died of bowel blockage. Because it wasn't handled. Because you can die if your bowels aren't moving. It's not a good thing. So if that's what this is, we need to be doing something. He's like, well, I got the records. He said, he says, well, I got the report from St. Joe's, but they never sent the CT scan or the X-ray. What I did is I told the staff to order you an X-ray, and to order an X-ray. So they'll get in touch with you and order an X-ray. So then later in the conversation, he goes, oh, he says, well, you know what? I'll order the X-ray when I get in tomorrow, and we'll set up, and you have to just do that at Honor Health Facility. If that man called me about an X-ray, or that office called me about an X-ray, y'all did, and y'all look, and that was over several weeks ago. I'd have been to my doctor since then. At this point, I said, I'm gonna give him some time. I gave him a weekend. I gave him like a whole week, and he did not. When I call him, this is almost week 2. I still ain't heard from him, and that's okay because I already moved over back to the gastro doctor in Scottsdale. But so I'm sitting up here going, this ninja ain't called. His office ain't called. I don't know what that is. All I think is I felt like this. They didn't want to treat me. Now, it could be a couple of reasons. It could be because I'm big and fat and fluffy. It could be because, like I said, someone right with T-Cape shape. And T-Cape was white chick. So she don't want to touch you. And then talking, I don't know what you needed or what you were needing. Who talks to your patients like that? Hi, I got a message that you were having some issues. How can I help you? What's going on? What you were needing? Girl, you about to make me come through this phone and slap the crap out of you. Talking to somebody like you, like they your dog. What are you? You in the wrong field, sister. You in the wrong field. So, I never heard back from that office. I never called them back. I canceled the appointment that was supposed to be for today. Talked to my doctor. We had to come to Jesus meeting, and she look. This is my doctor. She's up because we close the same age, and she white lady too. Love her though. She funny. Her dad was a truck driver. This is what she doing. She behind her screen laughing, but the whole time she behind the screen, why is she looking at the scans this man said he didn't have? She said, after you said everything, Shannon, I want to let you know I'm looking at the scans from St. Joe's. They're on my system. They did send them. And when I stood up and pulled my shirt down and showed her my lump, she looked, she didn't even touch me. She's sitting in her little roller chair, little roller thing they sit in the office at. Hernia. And then the very thing that my Christian sister told me, who's an RN, she said the hernia, what happens, the intestines can push through, I guess, a tear or whatever in the hernia, and they'll push into that. And so that is what's causing the discomfort and the gas, and they kind of put a little strangle on the intestine. And her best example was think of something on a table where you put a saran wrap on it, sit it out on the counter. It's going to build gas and become very nasty. And that's what's going on with your intestines right now and whatever's pushing through the hernia. So I got to have a hernia repair. So that's what's going on. But I had to tell y'all the story. I'm going to make y'all laugh, though. So when I went to the emergency, these folks, my $350 copay, he going to try to tell me, oh, it's some gas. Oh, I don't care if it's gas, bro. Y'all people just came here and told me I got to pay a $350 copay. I don't care if you got to pull a pubic hair. You going to look at something. For $350? You gonna look at something, my ninja. You gonna look at something. I don't care what it is. $350 copay. We gonna do more than tell me it's some gas and get out. I don't care if this is COVID Central. I don't care. You gonna look at something. So And I had Joe laughing. I said, I don't care if you get down there with a microscope and have to pull up whole pubic hair. You gonna look at something, damn it. You gonna look at something. We not gonna have it where I'm gonna pay $350 for you to tell me I got gas. I'm not. So they did an X-ray and a scan. So we did rule out kidneys because the scan at the hospital, it wasn't a good scan per my doctor and per the lady who pulled me out the tube, but it was good enough that I guess they could see my appendix and my kidneys. So those two are good. Only other issue is my doctor did also run, it's a test called an amylase test. And that test is something to do with your pancreas. So it could mean uh, like your pancreas is inflamed, stuff like that. And that, I don't know if that has to do with what's going on with the intestines, but she ran a test and that was slightly high. So we're going to be doing another CT scan on the 27th. And then I go see the general surgeon on the 3rd. So that'll give them time to have the CT scan. And then actually tomorrow, I think I'm going to call a hospital and see if I can get photographs or get a disc of the CT scan from them. So I'll probably do that tomorrow and reach out to them in the morning. It's kind of late in the afternoon now, but I'll do it in the morning because I forgot to do that today. And I've just been working on the house. Probably going to get out there. I might do a few things in the garden. Oh, you know what? Later on, I might film it. So some of the other stuff popped. So I got maybe 2 bags that ain't showing me anything. But everything, so I got some carrots, well, carrots possible, carrots lettuce, carrots possible onions. The spinach has popped. Watermelon radish has popped. I think that's my ginger growing. Hoping it's not a weed or something else, but it looks to be my ginger because I put a root of ginger in, and I thought ginger came up differently, but I don't know. It might come up that way. Who knows? But I put some ginger in there, so hopefully the ginger is what I'm seeing grow. Something is growing. It looks like I'm hoping it's ginger. But ginger plant, sweet potatoes is growing. I think the collards got something jumping off. But I got like a little mushroom thing I stuck in there. It's like just a little garden ceramic. I might have to move it because he's sitting right where the plants are coming up. So I might have to move him. But yeah, so it looks like, and I'm gonna call it haphazard gardening because all I did was I took some seeds, I got my dirt, I mixed it, I added the manure to it a little bit, and mixed it in the bin, and then I put it in the grow bags and put that out there. I need to order some more seeds, which I'm gonna be doing. I'll have to show you guys later how I organize my seeds because I found this on a garden group. So there's containers you can get for beads, and I'm using that. And they look like Tic Tac boxes, but you get them for beads, and then they're held in a plastic case. All the little Tic Tac boxes, and that's what I'm using to put my seeds in. And then I just number them, and then I'm putting them a list together. So I'm doing that in order for my seed collection. Some people, they still keep the packaging for the seeds, but to me, that's a lot of wasted room. This is a really compact way to keep the seeds. And I'm going to recommend right now in the times we're in, guys, like I said, you're in an apartment, you're in a house, you got a yard, you got a patio, garden. You need to be growing food. I don't think things are going to get better. I think they're going to be worse. I went in the store the other night just I need to get some cash, and I was going to buy some lemons. Why did they say each lemon was $1 a lemon? 89, I think it was 89.90 a lemon. One lemon. It's just madness. Madness. Let me sure you just sent me something. Okay. I sent a prayer journal out. I've gotten a copy of this through some kind of email. It was a really nice little journal, so I shared it out with a couple other people. And sent that out to them either via text this morning or email. But oftentimes, I'm sitting up here. If you seeing stuff, use wisdom, y'all. And right now, I haven't done a grocery shop because right now I need to get in my refrigerator clean out, and I don't think I'm gonna do fresh groceries too much, just barely what I need. But I want to be able to go out in my backyard or back patio and get what I need off of everything. I'm getting ready, and Wendy was talking about how she was starting her plants. She thinks too early. I'm actually going to be starting my tomato plants. I'm going to go ahead and start them now. My tomato seeds, because I sow outside. So that's the other thing. If you sow, I sow direct. Some people sow inside and take it outside, and yeah, that's usually a little bit. I don't know. The method to me, I think, is a little quicker, and it helps the plants pop quicker. but I sow directly outside. I just do. I sow and water outside. In my humble opinion, it's easier to me than trying to manage them in here. And then you also have to have, you can't use the dirt from outside inside because the dirt outside has certain pests in them that you don't want. So you don't want in the house because you don't want those. So if you do uh, potting soil for inside a house, you can start to plant that way and then move them outside into regular soil, and wait for them to pop inside. And yeah, that's usually a quicker and also sometimes ensures maybe a little better survival rate. But I also think having them pop outside, if they survive that, then you got a strong, healthy plant because they basically are grown. They having to pop in the elements, and that seed is really having to pull its energy from whatever you got going on out there, from the sun, the weather, all of that, the water, the soil, everything. So, whereas inside you're really giving it almost like an incubator type environment. Where outside is like you either gonna survive or fail, and if it survives, then it most likely is going to be a good strong plant. Just somehow I think on planting, but I just did what I call haphazards. I took a little bit of seeds and I sprinkled them in there, and whatever pop, and if I have to later thin it, I can, or I might just let it be a funky looking uh, what is it, carrot. So the carrot might be close to another carrot and they might look funny. A lot of times, if you don't space them out, they don't grow like we see the perfect little carrot in the store. They might be bent or twisted or wrap around each other. It's still edible. It's still edible. But get y'all growing. Y'all need to have some kind of growing medium and also continue with your water collection. And also, if you can find a water filtration system, one of the things I really, 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 really want, but they're expensive, I want a Berkey. I want a Berkey. I want a Berkey. I want a Berkey. Um, I want a Berkey. I also want a Jackery. Jackery is a solar generator. If you have any issues, Jackery and Berkey, power goes out. Jackery, you can have two, what do you call it, some solar panels out there, plug it in, and that thing, it'll run a refrigerator. The Jackery is just bomb. So that's kind of what I'm looking at. I'm looking at that, and then also getting some solar panels. What is it? Oh, Harbor Freight has some, but I don't think they're carrying them anymore. Really cheap too, and I just didn't get them in time. But and then I'm gonna be buying. Laura had one, an associate of mine. She had a Coleman, so I'm gonna be buying that from her. But right now everything is focused on the generator stuff. Anyway, y'all, I am not staying on here. I'm getting ready to get my butt off of here. This was not a long live. I'll probably do one on a Sunday here shortly. But before I get off of here, what else is going on, y'all? And oh, everybody and their mama sending me the free COVID test at home. And I'm like, y'all, I'm a ninjas. Everybody and their mama is sending uh the at home COVID test. I don't know if they get free, and it's like everybody, I like it. I got like 500 texts yesterday. The free COVID test. Click this USPS. I ain't clicked that link because it was at first I was like, I don't know if this is spam. I don't know what it is, but I was like, wow, everybody want to get the free home COVID test. I'm like, okay, y'all. Look, I'm trying to avoid the COVID test, that having to do a COVID test at all. Anyway, what else is going on? Anybody else got anything going on? Otherwise, I'm gonna get up out of here. Wendy, what else is going on? Or is everybody gone? Because I ain't got nothing else going on other than that. And like I said, I'll probably take y'all maybe, I don't know, Sunday or next week. I'll take y'all out to the garden and see where things are at. I went out there today and I could see some stuff pop. So, but I'll take y'all out there later. And I don't know, maybe I'll do a video too. Because Joe, it's funny, people ask me stuff. And he asked me like about natural stuff. What's the CC license? I don't know what a CC license is. What's a CC license? I don't know. You have to tell me what a CC. I don't know what a CC license is. Oh, weapon. Yeah. I gotta go get. I need to go get some. I need to get bullets for the gun I have here. I have one of my grandfather's old guns. I lost another one, which I really hate that I lost it. It was a 9 millimeter. I think it was like a French Army gun. It was nice. It was heavy as hell. Lost it during a storage move. I have no idea where it went. But I do have, I think it's a 38 special. I have that here, and it's old, but I need to go get bullets for it, and I haven't done that. So I need to reach out because I think Laura can get. I just need bullets for it. Um, because I haven't moved my license back to Texas because I got to go all the way over to DMV in on the west side, which I like. I like because commercial DMV is independent here. I had to go all the way to them and then go back, and I haven't bothered Joe to do that. He's got so much. Oh, Joe. So I told you guys his brother had his foot amputated. He's in a facility down the street from me. So, but I can tell this is heavy. He doesn't realize what's going to happen, and I already know what's going to happen. But certain families and certain people, he's a big heart. They want to see through different glasses, and he doesn't know how to tell them hell no. And he needs to sit down with his brother and say, bro, look, I can't. We have to get your place. You're gonna have to work with whoever your caseworker is, and you need to get a rehabilitation facility that you will be living in permanently. Because I already know how this brother is, and this brother is gonna have them waiting on him hand and foot. I already know. He might do a few things, but I already know it's not going to be good. Because this brother's always kind of, I could be wrong, and maybe he'll show something different, but I don't get that. He reminds me, if everything he describes about him is very much like Grumpy. Yeah, very, very much like Grumpy. All right, well, guys, we ain't talking about much. I'm gonna jump off of here. Y'all have a blessed day. I hope y'all weather is good wherever y'all at. 2 and 2. If you watch this later, like, thumbs up, subscribe. Please leave comments. All that helps the channel. And I will see y'all on later. I'll let you know more and more once I get close to surgery time. I already told my job. So I'll work on that. He talking about using sick time, but I think I'm going to put in for the short-term disability because it's too early in the year to start using up my sick time, and they only give you 40 hours. So I work a 10-hour shift. That means it's gone within 4 days. So I'm not going to use that. So I'm going to talk to them about doing a short-term disability for the situation in general and go from there. Anyway, y'all, 2 and 2. Peace.